pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. And continuing our Purple Pants Podcast Pitstop coverage, Brooke and I have the privilege of chatting with Miss Chelsea today. Chelsea, how are you?
Hi, I'm really good. Yeah, this is a lot, but it's kind of fun to get back in the swing of things and revisit all of these situations.
Yes. So were you and Robin big fans of Amazing Race, or was it more so you, more so Robin? Which one was it?
We have been big fans of The Amazing Race since it's when it came out in 2000 or 2001, and I would say Robin was more an Amazing Race person. I was a little bit more Survivor, but we both intersected, so we definitely would talk about Amazing Race, and that's when it got brought up, and that's when it occurred to us that we would be great partners on it.
Well, great partners. Sorry, I just want to say, like, you guys were great partners. I feel a little bit like you got the Brooke edit. I don't know if you saw my season, but
yeah,
I would joke around that they sucked out a lot of my happy. And when people saw YouTube clips, they'd be like, "Oh my God, she smiled! Oh my God, she's fun!" And I'm like, "Well, yeah." And so I'm curious. Do you feel a little bit like they sucked out some of your happy? Because I said to Brice several times, I don't know if you've ever heard us talk, but I'm pro girl teams. And I said a couple of times, I feel like they're getting the Brooke, because I joke around about the fact that you guys, I just feel like there was so much more happy, because you would see clips of you guys smiling and then they would just air a little bit more of the negative. So do you feel like your edit was happy sucked? I don't know if that's
I do. I mean, I think that when we're in the airport and our interviews, like especially when we're in last place, you're tired and you haven't, like our Vietnam leg, we hadn't slept on that flight, or the Thailand leg. I didn't sleep on that flight at all from LA to, when people are like, you look bleak or you look sad, I'm just like, I was like kind of just exhausted, but I enjoyed myself the entire time for sure.
Yes, we love it. Well, your team Survivor, so that, rings very special in my heart, because, I also love the game of Survivor as well. Now, I do have to ask you a hard question, because I feel like Brooke and I, or more so me, was very critical of you and Robin this season when other teams would ask for help and you guys wouldn't necessarily give help. Now, as a viewer, I'm like, why aren't they helping these other teams? But as a competitive person myself, I kind of would be like, y'all, I don't see y'all, get it yourself. What was your thoughts on that?
I think that one moment, okay, so first of all, we were the last team on the first leg. We were almost the last team on the second leg, or something like that, the other way around. And then it kind of put us in a survival mindset. First of all, why would anybody want our help to begin with? And second of all, why would we help anyone when we are so close to getting we just got kind of in a scarcity mindset at that point. And then as far as not helping people, can you give me examples of exactly when we didn't help people? We saw Todd and Ashley in India. Robin told me not to point them in the right direction. Fair. We didn't do it in that moment, right? That there was also U-turn stuff kind of stewing at that point. I didn't have a sense that Todd and Ashley, I was getting a sense that they would probably U-turn us between, if it were us and Steve and Annalie. We never agreed to work with Todd and Ashley. And it wasn't for lack of love. That's just kind of how the team separated. And then not helping Annalie with her tile. Those are the only instances where I can see that we didn't help. Can you point out some that I'm not?
Can you tell us some?
Chelsea, I like Chelsea. I'm loving this. No, I love that response.
Not to cut you off, Brooke, but I mean, were there times that you guys did help and us as viewers didn't see?
Yes,
or
there were.
So
they sucked out their happy, Brice. They sucked out their happy.
On top of the Biltmore Hotel, I was the one who got City of. So I figured out City of, right? And then I got impatient and I went and tried out City of Flat, and I told Joel City of, and then Joel told Victor City of, and I went and tried City of Flags, which didn't work, and by the time I got back, everybody had City of Angels. I don't know if I'd really count that as helping because we were all afraid of being stuck on top of that building.
Right.
And I probably would have been better off quiet in a corner working by myself. There was one instance where we worked with Joel and Garrett to find the massage place. That was not really helping each other, I would say, but we were together. But no, when Joe and Ian in Vietnam on the water, I just love it. It's like amazing the amazing race of helpers. So we were with Joe and Ian on the water, and they forgot their clue. And they showed on the editing, they showed that they forgot their clue. They didn't show that Robin and I were the ones who let them in front of us to get their clue. And we didn't even think twice about it because we had agreed to work with Joe and Ian. And we'd agreed to work with Joel and Garrett unless it was a race to the finish line, you know? So those are the moments. And then we could feel the divide with the other teams. And how could we work with John and Greg and Corey and Ian and John, like those people we didn't even see them.
That's totally fair. I think it's fair. And I think that that's like a testament to, I'm sure, I don't know how many questions you're getting or if I don't know, I would recommend no, as from my point of view, because I don't have the ability to not look at, the internet and go down a rabbit hole, which for me was not the best thing because the parts of the internet didn't so much love us. They were not such a fan of us because they sucked out. Anyway, do you find that you have avoided or have you engaged, or what's your feeling on the reception and what you're doing next?
I've engaged a little bit and it's been kind of fun and like a little bit and a little every once in a while I'll get hot and red faced and like, okay, like tap out. And then I finally like used Chat GPT as Beavis and Butthead to respond to someone. And I was like, okay, I can't do this. That's too much. So yeah, I responded a little bit just on the Facebook page because I'm on Facebook and I thought it would be kind of benign compared to a Reddit or something like that. Like I said, if I am on my deathbed and want to die a little bit sooner, maybe I'll go see what they said on Reddit, but I'm good. It's maybe anybody who thinks that they can anybody who thinks they can quantify my character by one thing I said in an airport,
right,
about a beautiful beauty queen who's lovely. Annalie, we like each other. You know what I mean? Like when all that drama was happening, I put on the thread like, Annalie, let's do like a mud wrestling match and like give all the money to puppies or something just to get like America just wanted to sink their teeth into that narrative.
Well, I get it completely. I will say, I personally on Reddit loves us. Maybe check out Reddit because Facebook is just full of people who are just not nice and they pick up on one little thing and yeah, so it can be cruel but it is what it is. And I give you guys so much credit because first of all, two very strong women who pushed through. I can only imagine, there seemed to be a bit of a divide on the show. I don't know how much of it was actual, how much of it was edited or what the deal was. But it was just the way that it was portrayed to, the world. But if you talk to Brice and I, we just sat there going, I don't exactly think that's how it is. And because we, between the two of us, had the inside understanding of what it's like on both of these shows at this point. So I just want to say that I am really proud of how you all did. I think that I wish Robin were here too, because I would say to her, I have, unfortunately, Brice makes fun of me that when I go on Facebook, like The Amazing Race pops up before anything else. So I sort of go in and see what people are saying and what people are asking so that when we talk about the episode, we can answer people's questions. I do think you were probably very unfairly portrayed over the course of the season.
I had a good attitude the whole time.
Yeah.
And so I thought I did. I know. Maybe I'm not being responsible for how I reflected, but like I may have been tired, we may have been lost, but I did my best to have a good attitude.
No, whether you always were very, very good about, staying positive. I will, even when the times were really hard and that was the end and you knew you were going home, there was still a lot of positivity. I always commented, which was really nice, on how the two of you, when you did that last roadblock on the last episode, say, please don't be mad at me. And she's like, why would I be mad? There was no animosity between the two of you, which was really nice to see. Do you credit that to just like the years of friendship, or did you guys sit down beforehand and say like, this is our plan, this is how we're going to be, this is what we're going to do? Or
I think it was our main objective to just go on the show to tell her story and to have an adventure and celebrate being strong 40-year-olds together. So I think no matter what, we achieved our main objective to share her story with the world, because it is such a story of, I mean, just as bad as it gets to go from that to like competing really well on The Amazing Race. But it's just so epic, you know? So I think no matter what, that was always our main objective. So we weren't ever going to be upset when the rubber met the road, or when Phil met us at the mat, if you will.
We saw you guys talk a lot about your children and how, like, when your children would see this, they would be so proud. What was their take seeing their mom out on Amazing Race killing it?
My daughter was definitely amused, and she still wants to know who the winner is. And so she had a lot of fun watching.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you didn't tell her?
You didn't tell her?
No, I can't tell her. She's 5. Yeah, she'll tell everybody. And my 3-year-old could give he's busy doing whatever a 3-year-old does. So I think they'll enjoy it a bit more in a few years. But my daughter definitely had a lot of fun watching. It was a little bit humbling to me that she's like, oh, whatever. I don't, I'd rather watch Bluey than The Amazing Race. It's like, come on. But yeah, having my 81-year-old mom watch too has been a lot of fun.
Oh,
she's got a lot going on in her life that is not so fun. So that was fun to bring joy to our family.
What was one of your favorite things about The Amazing Race, whether it be a detour, a trip, or something that you and Robin shared? What was something that you would say is like your highlight moment?
My highlight moment was when we were eliminated and we were in the airport with Phil and Bertram, and we had just the silliest conversation. And like, it was in tandem, like Robin was talking to Bertram and I was talking to Phil, and they are these like entertainment mogul people. And we were having the most down to earth, hilarious conversation with them. And I don't know, it just felt like a real moment of humanity to me, that we all just want to laugh together, at the end of the day.
Right.
I mean, they were just so down to earth. It was just really fun.
Yeah, you'd be surprised that two people that have Phil with the fame, and Bertram, who has just done so many things. They're both just very genuinely nice, kind people. And it must have been nice to sit and talk with them, or stand and talk with them without, everything going on around you, not being filmed, and just being able to just sort of exhale and not worry about any of that.
Yeah, and Phil grabbed my phone and took a bunch of selfies of us, and it was just so cute. I just love that moment.
Yeah, he's awesome. Did you find, because I didn't, that when you were on the race, did you remember that there were cameras on you? Because I unfortunately forgot after about 10 seconds and couldn't control anything that I said or did. But some people were much more self-aware. Did you guys ever worry, oh, I shouldn't say that, I shouldn't do that, there's a camera? Or did that like go by the wayside really quickly?
I think that I was aware that there were cameras on me. I think at some point I stopped being concerned, like on a vanity account of things. But as far as what I was saying, I would do my best to bite my tongue. That's why those little moments they did get of me, I'm like, they got me. You know what I mean? Like I thought I had it. I thought I had everything under control, and they found one little inflection in my tone that people took and ran with it to mean that I thought something negatively towards Annalee or whatever. And I thought that I had control of myself enough that they wouldn't be able to get me,
I'll find it.
Well, yeah. Phil, what do you say if Phil calls you for second chances and he says, you know what, Chelsea and Robin, we need y'all back out there? What do you say to that?
Oh yeah, we do it again. Absolutely. Yeah, no, who says no to that opportunity?
Now, what if Jeff calls you for Survivor?
I would love to go on Survivor.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, and no, just honestly, to be able to do something and not, Robin was an incredible partner for The Amazing Race, but there's something about Survivor and just being able to, you fall on your own sword, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't have to navigate anywhere. You're stuck in Fiji. That is like
you are stuck in one place.
I wouldn't mind that. There's no cushy beds on Survivor. That would suck.
That is true.
I just all the endurance challenges, and I would be a big thumbs up for Survivor and Amazing Race.
Okay, Chelsea for Survivor. There you go.
Okay,
You
we
heard
have it here first.
Have fun. Take my spot. I have no desire to ever go.
Oh yeah, I know. What if Robin says she doesn't want to sleep with the rats? I'm like, I'm not that worried about that.
Right.
It just would be too cool.
Debilitating fear of spiders, but that's just me. And so,
all right, what TV shows or other like shows are you watching, Chelsea? I'm curious to know what's like on your DVR.
I love that question so much. Fargo season 5 currently,
okay.
And then what else? We're like big. Patriot is kind of an old one, but somebody told me to watch it. The Patriot, I think, is what it's called.
Louis.
And then there's so many. I'm on the
I mean,
spot.
I know,
this
right?
Is my
I
favorite
know.
Question.
I just started watching The Gilded Age on HBO Max. Highly recommended. Are you a Game of Thrones? House of Dragon? Okay.
Yeah, White Lotus and Raised by Wolves is like one of my favorite shows ever. The John Wilson show about New York. Do you know which one I'm talking about? With John Wilson.
I have seen it. I've never watched it, but I am actually going to put that on my list now because I always love.
I got a list ready to go for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
please.
I'm on top of
we would love to stay and talk with you all day, but we are really proud of you and Robin for how you did. Hopefully, we will see you in a couple of weeks and we can say hello. But it's really been a pleasure to watch you ladies kill it, and we're always team girls over here. So we were rooting for you, and we hope to see you soon. And thank you so much for coming on the Purple Pants Podcast.
Chelsea for
Survivor.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Totally. Thanks for having me.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop. It's a pit stop. Pit stop.